Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gold Rush star Rick Ness answers critics after return to TV. Rick Ness made his big return to TV this season on Gold Rush, and fans of the show met him with rumors, accusations, and many questions. Ness finally heard enough of the comments. He set out to both answer some of the questions and put an end to the rumors. Here is what Rick said about his time off the show last season, rumors about a new love in his life, and his thoughts on his ex-fans. Rick Ness answers Gold Rush rumors. There have been a lot of questions and rumors floating around online since Rick Ness returned to Gold Rush this season. Of course, Rick missed all last season, and his own crew had to find him to figure out what was going on. That means this season, Rick has an almost completely new crew. This includes a new woman on the crew, Morgan. Rumors have started running rampant that Rick and Morgan have entered into a relationship. He wanted to answer these rumors. Rick took to Facebook to answer the rumors that he and Morgan were anything more than just a boss and his employee. Rick started out by saying he doesn't know why anyone considers this newsworthy. He then said, "The talk about me being in a relationship with one of my new crew members, Morgan, is just that. Talk." Rick went on to say that he hired Morgan based on a recommendation from one of his friends. She has plenty of experience and is a solid member of the team. He also said that is all there is to that rumor. Rick talks missing last season of Gold Rush. Rick Ness went into the rumors surrounding him missing the last season of Gold Rush. He previously talked in detail about this, as he mentioned that he was suffering from depression last year. Rick was seeing a therapist and was trying to work through things, and it seems the problem started after his mother died. He does seem to be doing better now. However, there are still people who question his absence. In his post, Rick said he talked about the absence in the first episode of the season, so he doesn't really understand why people are still asking about it. Regardless of the rumors that people keep spreading about him, Rick said he has no problem admitting that I was responsible for everything that happened. I was making the decisions, both right and wrong, and I was at fault for all of the chaos in my life. He then said he had read too many rumors that blamed his ex-fiancée Lise M. Airy. Rick wanted that to stop right now. These accusations were really affecting her in a negative way, and that hurt me to see because it's just not right. Rick said Ness had previously hinted that Rick had cheated on her, but he refuses to say anything bad about her. He also hinted that they might not actually be separated anymore when he said, "She's very happy with all of the improvements I've made." Rick Ness, the rugged and determined star of the hit TV series Gold Rush, found himself under the glaring spotlight once again as he made his much-anticipated return to the screen. With a reputation forged in the icy wilderness of Alaska and the unforgiving terrains of the Klondike, Ness was no stranger to adversity. However, this time, the challenge was not just about striking gold, but also addressing a barrage of criticism that had been building up during his hiatus. As the first episode of the new season aired, fans and critics alike took to social media, forums, and blogs, their opinions as varied and rich as the goldfields themselves. Some welcomed Ness back with open arms, thrilled to see the familiar face of a man who had become a symbol of perseverance and grit. Others, however, were less forgiving, questioning his decisions, his leadership, and his ability to succeed in an industry as volatile as gold mining. Ness, a former musician turned miner, had always been known for his straightforward, no-nonsense approach. It was this very attitude that he brought to the table when he decided to address his critics head-on. In an exclusive interview, Ness opened up about his journey, his struggles, and his response to the doubters. "Look, I get it. People are passionate about this show, about the hunt for gold. It's not just about the money. It's about the adventure, the risk, the sheer audacity of what we do out there. Ness began, his voice steady but with an edge that hinted at the pressure he was under. I've never shied away from criticism. In fact, I welcome it. It keeps me on my toes, makes me push harder. One of the main points of contention had been Ness's decision to expand his operation into uncharted territories. Many questioned the wisdom of this move, especially given the high costs and the inherent risks. Critics argued that Ness was gambling not just with his own future, but with the livelihoods of his crew, many of whom had followed him through thick and thin. Every decision I make out there is calculated. It might not seem like it from the outside, but there's a lot that goes into it. We study the land, the geology, the history. Yes, it's a gamble. But one isn't in this line of work. Ness countered, his eyes narrowing as he spoke. I've got a crew that trusts me, that believes in the vision. We've faced setbacks before, and we've come out stronger. This time won't be any different. Another point of criticism had been Ness's leadership style. Known for his tough, sometimes abrasive demeanor, some viewers felt he was too hard on his crew, that his expectations were unrealistic. Ness, however, saw it differently. Leading a crew in these conditions is not for the faint-hearted. We're out there battling the elements, the equipment, and sometimes each other. I demand a lot because I know what we're capable of. Every member of my team is there because they can handle it. They're tough, resilient, and they know I've got their back, Ness explained, his voice tinged with a mix of pride and frustration. It's easy to judge from the comfort of your living room. Out there, it's a different story. Despite the criticism, Ness remained unwavering in his commitment to the show and to the pursuit of gold. He spoke passionately about the thrill of the hunt, the camaraderie among his crew, and the sheer satisfaction of unearthing a rich vein after months of hard work. There's nothing like it. The moment you see that glint of gold in the pan, everything else fades away. The long hours, the cold, the doubts, they all disappear. It's just you and the gold. That's why we do it. That's why I keep coming back, Ness said, a smile breaking through his rugged exterior. As the season progressed, Ness's actions began to speak louder than words. His crew, a loyal and formidable group of miners, rallied behind him, their collective determination palpable through the screen. Together, they faced mechanical failures, dangerous weather, and the constant pressure of meeting their quotas. Yet, each challenge seemed to fortify their resolve, and slowly but surely, the gold started to flow. Ness's return to TV also brought a renewed focus on the human aspect of the mining operation. The show delved deeper into the personal stories of the crew members, highlighting their struggles, sacrifices, and the bonds that held them together. It became clear that, despite the criticisms, Ness was more than just a boss. He was a leader who inspired loyalty and respect. In the end, Rick Ness's response to his critics was not just in his words but in his actions. He proved that he could rise above the negativity, that he could adapt and overcome, and most importantly, that he could continue to lead his crew to success in the relentless pursuit of gold. As the final credits rolled, it was clear that Ness had not only answered his critics, but had also reaffirmed his place as one of the most compelling figures in the world of Gold Rush.